when you train like this, I find I tend to get anxious when it comes to training day. Because, you know, you kind of always want to improve. And the thought of plateauing or getting weaker, it's not a great thing. So you feel this pressure, especially when you're only training once a week. But just make it intense. Okay, we are May 4th. Okay, so it's Star Wars Day, and we're at the gym. Okay, well, I'm not at the gym. I'm out of the gym now. But anyway, I'm in the parking lot. We're here. So, anyway, workout number 20 of the year. Workout number 18 of the Consolidation program. This week is workout B, so deadlifts and dips. So on the dips, I'm going to skip ahead to the dips real quick. So the dips, if I'm looking at this correctly, the dips plateaued at 8 reps, and then I did rest pause, right? So I think the thing of it is depending on how soon after the deadlifts I do the dips, I might be kind of exhausted, and so there might not be as much energy left in the tank to do the dips, you know what I mean, when you've just done the intense deadlift. So I took good amount of rest time, but are you still kind of depleted when you're trying to go and do the dips and push for a higher number? But anyway, so 8 plus rest pause. There's some intensity there, some lightheadedness with the rest pause. With the deadlifts, I had an unfortunate, depressing realization. That might have been really loud. Anyway, so I think I realized that for however many of my past deadlifts, I used a bar that I liked the feel of it. I liked the width of the grip on that bar. And I realized when it was on the holding rack on the wall and I was looking at another barbell beside it, I think, like, is that the barbell I was using before? That looks like a little bit shorter than the other one. And then I'm like, oh, and like I started to realize, I didn't say it like that, but I started, like, I'm thinking, oh, that looks a bit shorter than the other barbell. And so then I didn't say, oh, but the realization began to set in. And I realized that I think I've been using a women's bar for the deadlifts, at least some of my past deadlifts. And so I think the difference from the men's bar to the women's bar, I think, is a 10 kilogram difference. So that's about, 2.2 pounds to a kilo. That's like around over, that's like, is that 20 to 25 pounds difference? And so then no wonder it felt like the 315 was going up, because last time I thought I did 315 for 5. It was probably 295 for 5, if I'm doing the math right. If I'm doing it wrong, then feel free to correct me. Was it 295 or was it 290? If it's like we're talking kilograms. Whatever the math is, it's less, and substantially less than I thought. So that's kind of depressing. So this time you actually got to see me do definitively 315 for 1 rep. Depressing, but anyway, I digress. So then 295 for 3 reps after I did the 315 for 1 rep. So take note of this for all of the past deadlifts, that I might have been using a lighter barbell, and that's why things were happening, or I was thinking things were happening. And then after I did the 295 for 3 reps, I did my post-exhaustion set of 225. Okay, so then, in my notes, I basically said in maybe different words what I just told you now. So that's sad. And then at the end of my notes, I said, you know what to do. Because the idea is that now when you hit a sticking point, or when I hit a sticking point, I know what to do. Either you up your intensity, and as long as you're training intensely enough, you make sure that you're recovering adequately enough, and you make sure that, like you're sleeping, trying to get all that dialed in, good. And then your calories, are you eating to meet your goals, right? And so today, before the workout, fairly low calorie. I think like I'm probably 2,000 or less. Like I might be around 1,500 calories. I don't know. I'm not tracking it. But the calories might have been lacking in terms of fueling the workout. But I thought, okay, maybe I thought I had more calories on the Sunday. But maybe I just need to eat more. Maybe that's part of it. It might not be that. But anyway, just like spitballing here. I'm going over 4.5 minutes right now, so I'm going to end it there. So a depressing realization, but nonetheless, the main thing that matters is that you're making it intense. Because if you're making it intense, you're dialing the factors in, then eventually you know, hopefully the improvement's going to come. So if I'm getting proper 315, real 315 for 1 rep now, then hopefully if I keep dialing things in, I'll get real 315 for 5 real reps. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll leave that there. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. God bless. Okay, real quick. Just went to the gym literally to just check out the barbells. Okay. So today's May 5th, you know, Tuesday. Yesterday I trained, and that's when I think I realized, you know, as you've seen from the previous part of this workout video, that I thought that I may have been using the wrong barbell for however many sessions. I went to go and actually tried to get to the bottom of this today, and essentially there's 2 gray barbells, right? One of them is a 20 kg barbell, which is like 44 pounds, I think. Another one is a 15 kg barbell. It's a little bit shorter. That one's 33 pounds. If I did the math right on my phone here. It's an 11-pound difference. I can't confirm every time which bar I was using, but I want to say I was probably using the smaller one, maybe not realizing it at the time, because I liked that the grip on the bar was a little bit smaller. It was a bit more comfortable or something. And so I might have been using the woman's barbell, probably not realizing it for like however long for however many sessions. So that's an 11-pound difference, which might not sound like a lot, but that means that if for however many sessions that I've done that, that means that the 315 lifts for those sessions that I may have done that for are not 315, but I think 304, you know, 304 pounds instead of 315 pounds. So it's still over 300 pounds pulling off the floor, but it ain't what I thought it was, like for the reps and everything. But on the bright side, at least this past week, still did proper 315, came off the floor, which is good. So anyway, I'm going to end that there. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. God bless. All right, guys, the saga continues. So I'm here at the work desk right now, okay? And I'm looking at, like, this is just like in the YouTube studio, whatever. I'm looking at the video from last deadlift workout, okay? And just by looking at this bar here, okay, like this is just the video, right, just pulled up. But look at this. The amount of length of barbell that's here with 1 bumper plate on it, that looks like a full-sized Olympic bar. So then that means when I kept lifting, and then that's, where is it? That's 225 on the bar, and there's still a good amount of barbell length on the left side there. And then that's 315 going on there. And then, okay, that's me and Joe there, right? So it's a bit hard to see the barbell length there, like, but because it's literally off screen. But I'm hoping that this means that it's like legit 315, okay? So if this is a legit 315 on a proper Olympic bar, then that means that this most recent workout was just a fluke and I was just kind of weak. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. Hopefully that looks like it's a proper Olympic bar. But anyway, so, and then this is for rep number 5, I think. So just, again, 1 bumper plate plus 2 iron 45-pound plates, right? Okay, I'm hoping that that's a proper 315 and not 304 pounds. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there.